Okay, are we up?
We should be. We should be here. Hello, team. Are we
Oh,
here?
Hello.
Yeah, oh, there we go. I'm seeing all of us.
Woo!
Chat, acknowledge that we're available and present and audible and stuff.
And not frozen like on the splash screen.
We're good.
Yeah, I can see us.
See us, I hear us. We are here.
Beautiful.
All right, welcome. What did we decide we were going to call these guys? The windbreakers, the windbags, the windbags. Welcome, windbags, to the playtest of my indie game Starstruck Vagabond. I am a hobbyist indie developer, and like all millennials, I'm seeking to monetize all of my hobbies. But my game still hasn't had a proper test. So I've asked JM8, our resident game design stroke doer stroke teacher of game design, to have a look at it for me.
Yes, that is today, and we've already had a chat about how this is going to work. So usually playtesting wise, the designers observe the playtesters from a distance and take notes
Yes.
and observe them from the wild, as it were. But
Yes, what we're doing here is what us insider types call a focus test.
yes,
That's where I, or the designer, literally just watches someone play the game and isn't allowed to say anything that would help them. I can't give
Yes.
them any direction because most people aren't going to have the game's designer breathing down their neck while they're playing the game, so they have to see how people get by without any help.
yes, and we're
I'm
gonna
here
do
as the
it.
producer.
Yeah, Nick's here as a producer.
Notes. I'm gonna write paper notes. You don't have to hear me click on the key.
Oh my god.
Oops, Jesus, I'm going to
yeah.
type notes.
Instead of Yahtzee breathing down my neck on what to do, I'm going to breathe down Yahtzee's neck as a game designer on my thoughts on everything. So I'm going to try and do this from a player's perspective, but my game designer brain will inevitably bleed through. So yeah, I think we decided that we're going to try and do, hour and a half of just straight playtime. Just going to try and play and then maybe have the discussion at the end just between us discussing what's we've seen and stuff like that. But I am going to be brutal with it. As much as Yahtzee is a friend and colleague, I'm going to, if I see a thing that I think is a problem or an issue or a bug, I'll call it out and I will try and spew my mind into what we're doing. And
No, that's fine. That's what this is all for.
Oh yes.
And, yes, chat. You can send in super chats if you'd like to provide feedback, and we'll read them out. Of course.
Oh yeah.
I'll be reading the chat in general as well, so you don't have to super chat to provide feedback. But obviously, Second Wind is fully independent, employee owned, and fan funded, so all your super chats help. And as I just posted on the community tab, we are making one last big push for the Patreon because we start salaries in under 2 weeks, which is scary, but it's coming. It's coming. Big expense report is coming.
We're getting paid for this?
Oh
We're
my god.
Paid. We're getting
After
paid to play games, guys. That's
3
all we
months?
do is play games.
Right.
Yes,
So
yes.
to begin,
Well, without further ado,
let us jump into it. So the first thing is we're going to have to open the game. Let's see if we can get past this hurdle. And also tell me if you guys can see it all okay on stream and also in the chat. Can you guys, in our call, can you see the screen?
yeah, I'm seeing the screen. That's that logo I made.
Awesome.
Right there.
First of all,
And who's the music by, Yahtzee?
Oh yes. Well, the music is by the two guys who did the music on BPM Bullets per Minute.
Oh,
They very
nice.
kindly reached out and offered to do me a lovely soundtrack.
beautiful.
Sam Houghton and Joe Collinson, they're called.
Sounds like there's no sound.
Yeah, so my first question is there meant to be sound?
Yeah, but the music for the title screen isn't working in my current build either. I think it was some update Game Maker made
Okay.
recently. It's just the title screen music, though.
It's just the
rest of
title screen
sound should
music.
work.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
That's
I
the
can do
thing
this
I'm
mouse and
gonna look
keyboard,
into soon.
or I could do this with a controller. What would you recommend as the designer? If you would have a splash screen saying what should you use, what would you say?
Hey, I said I'm not supposed to
Fuck.
give you any
Okay,
direction.
well I'll start with controller and see how this ends.
The game
and then...
has been designed for both controller
Oh, here we go. Well,
and
okay, then let's
keyboards.
go. So, let's go. Okay, so Interesting. So we're gonna begin with menu stuff. I know this might seem boring to a lot of you who want to see the gameplay, but we're gonna start with menu stuff because this is very important. UX is very, very important. So one thing I've noticed, which is when you're cycling through, instead of when you try to cycle back to the top, you have set that up, which is mega. But it seems to go to an invisible, non-Euclidean menu button and then go to the top. So button press, button press, button press, button press.
Yeah, what is that a problem? Are you gonna bite my head off for that?
No,
now?
I'm not gonna bite your head off for it, but it's like, hey, there's note 1. Could we make
I'll
it?
write that down. Non-Euclidean menu button number.
Could we go to start game? Let's go into settings. So okay, so we've got view gamepad controls. Okay, beautiful. Did you make those?
Yes, I made those little icons.
Yeah, they're awesome. I like those. Okay, cool, beautiful. Cool. So there's no gamepad remapping, but there is key mapping, which is awesome.
Yes, I know some games let you remap gamepad controls. I couldn't be asked.
Yep, I mean that's fair. That's usually quite common. It does make the game slightly less accessible, but that's a decision for you as a designer. We have the different modes that we can switch between.
Window.
Super smooth.
You can't change resolution or anything.
Yeah. Okay, that's beautiful. Maintenance hints. I'm gonna keep them on for now. Volume. Okay, there's no 9.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'll write that down. There's no 9.
There's no 9. Your notes are non-Euclidean UI. There's no 9. Very useful, but there is here, so maybe it's just a master volume thing.
Oh.
This is really cool that you can change the HUD colors. I'll also say that visually, I really like the look of this in. So I'm playing in 4K, and this looks super sharp. So that's really really good. This is great. I won't spend too much time on it because I'm colorblind.
Oh.
So I won't be able to say too much on the colors. Okay, so then pressing B does get you out. Okay, so yeah, on controller this feels super smooth. Menus really really cool. Obviously there are things that being able to remap controller buttons or change resolutions would be a really nice feature that a lot of people nowadays might expect, but it's not a deal breaker, I think.
See, I'm not sure there's enough actual controls to justify
exactly
button remapping. It's like left, right, up, down, and the 4 face buttons, and that's about it.
Maybe
but
somebody wants inverted controls.
I think the argument of there's not enough controls to warrant that. I think having less controls means it's even more justified to have remappable controller buttons, because you could remap all of the buttons to the triggers. Because people with certain disabilities might prefer that and stuff, and those 4 face buttons could go to the 4 bumper buttons.
Right.
But it's a very small thing. It's not super important, but that is the name of the game.
Start the bloody game then.
Let's fucking go.
Killer 69 wants to know what engine you used to make this on Yahtzee.
This is made in Game Maker, which was called Game Maker Studio at the time I started making this game, but it's just Game Maker now.
Yeah.
How long till they become just game?
Hot Creamy Fart donates $2. Says, "What if we, the people, play Starstruck Vagabond 2? Well, you'll have to wait."
Well, you could play the alpha version, but that's really outdated now on itch.io.
Okay. Start new game. I'm going to begin.
Okay, then.
And Nick the OG used 50 bits over on Twitch, says, since there is no resolution options, is full screen just auto-detecting your monitor's native resolution? So would full screen accommodate extra wide resolutions?
No, I'm pretty sure it's just 16 by 9. Like the native resolution is 720p, I think.
Okay.
Drew asks, how long ago did you start making this?
Oh, ages. It's like my on and off hobby project I've been working on for years and years and years.
Yeah,
If
'cause
I didn't have a
you
day
started
job,
this
I'd
way
probably.
before. You started this before DevDar, and then you picked it up after DevDar because it was just like a prototype.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I started this in I think it would have been like 2016, 2017.
Hmm.
As I say, it's a hobby.
Right. So another thing,
Yeah.
another UI thing before we get into gameplay. So I'm trying to
Oh,
enter my
Christ.
name.
Yeah.
And I now have just realized it's because I'm hovering over the name thing. So I type it in.
Yeah.
And the mouse disappears, so I have no indication of where the mouse is. And my natural
Right.
inclination right now is to press enter, which
Yep.
works now, interestingly. While if we look back and look at the VOD, I was trying to press enter and it would delete what was inside of it.
Okay.
But now it's working.
Oh,
So
Look into name entering interface problems.
yeah, I think that might be an
Okay.
issue of using the mouse and the controller at the same time.
Yes, well, one tries to be accommodating, and it creates problems of its own.
100%. So I'm gonna go J, and then last name mate.
You know, people are
So,
asking about the
it
price
just
of the
did it
game
there.
as well. We'll talk more
Right.
about that towards the end of the stream.
So yeah, pressing enter deletes it.
Yeah, okay. Okay, what's happening is that when you're pressing enter, it's automatically like accepting it and then pressing enter on it again.
Yes.
So it's going straight back into typing mode.
Yes. 100%.
I think that's the issue. So yeah, I'll need to look into that.
Beautiful. I cannot, using the controller, right now I cannot come off of the body type selection. I can go left and right on it, but I can't go up and down, so it's locking it into that selection.
What happens if you press enter?
Do I have to press enter? Now I can, yeah. Okay, so that's
Okay.
that's that. Skin color, I will be pale as the moon,
the
because
driven
that's
snow.
me in real life. Hair color, I will be... Yeah, we'll go with that. Hairstyle, okay. Already loving that we've got hairstyles. I think I'll go with this. Beautiful. Okay.
Very
I think-
lifelike.
Yeah, right?
Yes, exactly.
Spitting
Right.
image of you, Jay, except it's missing an ice cream cone in his hand.
Yeah, right. And a badger skull. Right, time to begin. Begin game is JM8. Confirm. Play prologue and tutorial essential for new players. Play.
Oh,
So-
there we go.
Can you guys hear this?
Yep.
Yes.
I can hear the music. George Lucas wants to know what genre is Starstruck Vagabond. It's a
Well,
work-life simulator with a narrative adventure.
Yeah, keep watching and you'll find out.
Maintains a loose blockade
Maybe
around Earth
microtransactions.
Federation.
No.
Perhaps I should have gotten a non-dyslexic person to play this.
No, I'm trying to leave. Nick's reading comments, so I'm trying not to talk over those. Hopefully, everyone caught that. Captain, this is your shipboard computer speaking. What is it? Informative. The time is 4:50. What time is it? The time is 4:51 a.m. Apologize for waking you early, but you are about to die. Jesus. A meteorite impact has disabled the electronical system. Suggestion: inspect the reactor for damage. If your plans for the future do not include breathing, please disregard. Okay, first of all, what a great beginning. I really like that. Okay,
I'm a great believer in the strong start.
yeah. Check your ship's reactor. Okay, so I can pick this up and put it down. You've got a really nice signifier for where it's going to be placed. So I really dig that. Using the same button press, so we're compartmentalizing two actions into one button press. That's really good. Raw fuel oil containing optimal warp fuel isotopes. Okay, so Door unpowered, reconnect to restore. Okay, can I? Got to reconnect. Oh my god. Oh, that opened a menu, I believe. Did I just skip a tutorial by accident?
It's in the down arrow telling you where to go.
Yeah, I can't go through the door though, but it's telling me to reconnect. Ooh. Snack dispenser, let's go. So A is interact, so yeah, reconnect power to restore automation. A to force open. Beautiful. I hope I didn't just skip some dialogue by spamming that. It looks like the reactor's coolant tubes have become misaligned. This position, the reactor overheated. Suggestion, use the cycle tool controls to equip your wrench. Red. You can see your current objectives in the top right corner. Okay, check your ship. Yeah. So, okay, so...
Mid donates $5. Says the Starstruck Vagabond playtest at last. The post-ad renaissance is nearly upon us.
Okay, let's go like this. Oh my god.
Tanner donates $5. Says this is so cool. Can't wait to buy it. Yachts. Toffee must be so proud.
So did you make all of these UI elements and draw them and animate them?
Yeah, unless I state otherwise.
Yeah,
all the art's by me.
They're really, really nice.
There's some El Cheshire art sprinkled across the game as well, but we
like with all of our
projects.
projects.
Yeah, the ship image in the intro sequence was one of El Cheshire's.
Yeah, I had El Cheshire, who, if you don't know, chat, does a lot of the background art for Adventure is Nigh, along with a lot of our thumbnails, like all of Design Diddle thumbnails and Chronicle thumbnails that are coming soon. And one of the first pieces of feedback I gave for Yahtzee when I started out as a producer on the game was need some better background art.
Yeah.
So we've added a lot of variation to the planets.
Oh! Damage report. Hull breach detected in port. Suggestion: locate and repair. Alternative suggestion: choke the death. Choke to death is a lesson for future generations. Okay. Can I pry this door open? Can I switch to red? Yeah. To there. Door unpowered. Reconnect. Can I? Yeah, let me in. Okay. Wait. How do I use the snack? Well, I guess I'm full health. Let me in. Oh, okay. Hull breach located. Suggestion you use cycle tool.
Chat wants you to turn down the game audio just a little bit.
Yeah, can do. I do have to tab out to do that. Apologies, guys. I guess I could have done it in game, but ignore that. Suggestion: use the cycle tool controls to select the welder green. Okay, so I really like that they're color coded. Breach.
Well, I was worried when you said you were colorblind.
These are primary colors, so they're good. Okay, primary hull breach sealed. Secondary hull breach in upper hull. Suggestion: repair from outside. Repair from outside ship. Enter the airlock through cargo and access ladder. Okay. Should I have died by now? Fine. Well, I shouldn't have died by now. Proposal 1. There is sufficient stagnant air to sustain respiration. Proposal 2. You are functioning on adrenaline and stuff. Mortal terror. Proposal 3. Stop asking questions. Yeah. So right now it's telling me where to go, so that's good signifier. So this is the airlock as well.
I ain't saying nothing.
Okay. Put away tool. Interact. Okay, so I have to have the tool away. Okay, cool. So currently your UI elements to tell me what to do, your tutorialization is really, really good. I really like the dialogue. I really like how it's all playing out so far. I'm slow to read because I'm dyslexic, and also it's on a massive screen, so I have to scan the entire screen to be able to read. But other than that, I'm really digging this. New suspicion. Loss of power is due to obscured solar panel. Suggestion: use cycle tool to select your ionic cleanser. Then use it until the solar panel is fully cleansed. Okay, that was this one, correct? You're running low on stamina. Overexerting yourself may result in permanent damage. Restore stamina by eating or by resting in the cockpit chair while in transit. The distance between like this task and then it felt like it immediately jumped into your losing stamina, which felt like it was like, I think maybe like halfway through the animation of getting things through, might feel a little bit nicer, because it felt like I went to do a thing and it immediately failed, and that was because of the stamina, but it felt like there was something wrong.
Question for you: in the settings, is there any settings to change the font size of like the dialogue text?
We shall go look. Oh, there's lots more options now.
It's just save and load game and quit now.
And we can change the font size, can we?
No, we can't.
I will save game though. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a font size option.
And there's also not a option to change the font itself or something that might be more readable.
Yeah, like a dyslexic friendly font. Not that dyslexic friendly fonts ever work for me.
Okay.
So do we have a lot of this? And Yahtzee, you mentioned that we only really have the added option to save and quit, save and load games right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's kind of like two ways of doing it, like keeping the UI there and having it be intrigue, or not having it and add it when it's been added to the game, as not to overwhelm people and then they think, oh, is this relevant and stuff like that. But that's a creative decision on your part. There's no right way about it. Re-enter your ship. I want to have a look around. It's beige. I am gonna take permanent damage, so I do need to go eat. Oh, I gotta put my stuff away because I remembered.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around as I'm running out of oxygen.
This is great. Oh, power and air cycling restored. Please consider rating my helpfulness during this near-death experience. If you are low on stamina for your from your ordeal, why not refresh with a snack? Suggestion: indulge in your ship's mandated biscuit dispenser. Yes.
Killer Otzel subscribed over on Twitch with Prime. Thanks for your support.
Suggestion: proceed to the cockpit and resume mission. I want another biscuit.
And Melek 326 from Twitch sent over $100 donation through PayPal through Ko-Fi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'll go read the message in a second.
Love that animation. Reactor temperature, nice. Okay, your orders are to proceed to the Tune sector. Suggestion: use the warp engine via the star map. Alternative methods are not recommended due to the limitations of human lifespan. Your writing is really shining through, Yachts. It's really nice.
I tried to play to my strengths.
Okay, so I need to go there. So I'm assuming these grayed out ones are unexplored areas, and this is the one I need to go to. Jun Prime berries. Okay, that's saying what's there, I believe. Insufficient fuel in the starboard warp engine. Locate viable materials from conversion into warp fuel. It was the first thing I grabbed, I believe. Place the raw fuel in the starboard fuel converter. And that's over here. Get in there, fuel.
Melik 326 subscribed on Prime and gifted 5 subs.
Woo!
Zigo to Dammac to Trisrange to Jamlay and to Slink. Welcome everybody. And the Foxy's Toast. I'm gonna call you the Foxy's Toast, even though it's Tote. Subscribed over on Prime and Twitch too.
Malfunction, check diagnostics. Observation, warp engine malfunction. Suggestion, use diagnostics to locate the fault. Alternatively, go to the warp engine in person and use eyeballs. I'm not going to use diagnostics. I'm going to go use my eyes.
Fair enough.
And then if I can't figure it out, I will... Ready for use. Ready for use.
And yes, don't forget the description for this video has the Steam link in the description. I don't know why I bungled out saying that, but you can go wishlist a game on Steam, which helps us raise the bar.
Certainly does.
Oh, this feels dangerous. This feels mighty dangerous.
James Tobias Stewart has asked for the soundtrack for to be standalone or make it available in the game. Yeah, the soundtrack will be available or purchased separately from the game. But
yeah,
it'd be cool to like have a radio in the game, Yahtzee.
Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Feature Creep.
Hey, he's a producer. That's his role.
That's my job.
Cool. Okay, so star map.
Fungus Finder donates $2. Says, why the planet commodity scroll instead of list?
Just fits in easier that way.
Beautiful. Arrive at destination. Please check your person for loose teeth and organs. Oh, thanks for the warning. I'm fine. Suggestion, proceed to Jun Prime with the system map. Okay, so star map is the wider and system map is the closer. The system map is where the impulse drive is controlled, which is used for moving between planets within a star system. Suggestion, press left and right to rotate the ship towards the planet.
Sean Harriman, member for 1 month on the Green Gang, says, yes, would you ever do one new game a month again?
Maybe if both my kids died and my wife disappeared.
Informative. The impulse drive is fueled by twin rams scoops. You can
Shield
maximize...
donates $2. Says, can the ship hold 4,981 irradiated haggis?
Oh, it's a Red Dwarf reference.
Your speed by landing there. Let's go.
And Bill Ligo donates $5. Says, hey gang, I know you said before, but which service gives you the best return on donation? I'd rather see all my money that I don't know what happened to you there, Bill, but best place to support us directly is through Patreon. We're, like I said at the start of the stream, making a big push because we start paying our salaries on February 1st. So yeah, if we can push that Patreon up even higher, that'd be great. Even $1 a month helps.
Really like that detail, Yachts, of the second scoop not being able to be perfectly aligned. You're teaching that that's not always going to be possible. If you believe that the current scoop alignment offers the maximum speed, press engage to get underway. Make it so.
Yeah, Alex, since you mentioned it earlier, the donation tracker didn't update with your goal, because I have to go do that manually, so that will happen after the stream.
Informative, we are now en route to Jun Prime. You may pass time as you wish. Suggestion, disable autopilot and hone your manual piloting skills. Suggestion, check ship components for any necessary maintenance. Observe space and compose epic poetry. Beautiful. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly check on the ship and then I'm gonna go see if I can check these components. Okay, so everything seems okay. Yeah, they look fine. Okay, that was was the wrench?
Violet Tana says, will this be PC only or are there console ports on the cards? PC only for now. If it sells really well.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know how to port to consoles.
Yeah.
Maybe if we could get a third-party publisher involved to take care of all that. Then
I can help you with
it's
that if you need
theoretically
to.
possible.
Also,
Pilot
if
ship.
you are in the Patreon and you are in the Discord, you may be we may be asking around later today for some QA help.
Mm-hmm.
I've stopped the engines and we are now orbiting Jun Prime. My instructions are to open your sealed orders as soon as we arrive. Activate the main console to view them. Orders acknowledged.
Okay, something's fucked up.
Okay.
Get out of the chair and get back in. Okay, well, we lost some text that was supposed to go there, but that's something
Okay, that's good
I will
to
look
good to know
into.
down.
So what you're supposed to do is you were just given an order by your superiors
Yes.
to go down to the planet's surface and collect 4 samples of Miraclium.
4 samples of Miraclium. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
just a bit got skipped.
Yeah, yes, a flag got fucked up there.
Ah, fucking flags, man.
Fix flags in tutorial.
New message from
Oh, here he is now.
Crumloaf. There he is. That's definitely his name. Attention, soldier. If you were smart enough to open these orders when we were told you to, you should now be in orbit around Jun Prime. Now our weapon boffins tell me that there's some bally useful rocks down there called Miraclium that could turn the war around. Your orders are to touch down, have a bit of a sniff about, and bring back at least 4 samples of that stuff. Find those 4 rocks and hop back into orbit, then open your second set of sealed orders. Oh, and if you open your orders before you were supposed to, disregard all of that. Obviously, our Federation out. No more messages. All right.
He'll ask Yahtzee, with your older games, one would buy Hatfall or the Consuming Shadow. Would the money go to you or your employer?
Yeah, by consuming shadow, that would go to me. I don't even know who gets the money for Hatfall at this point.
Does it go to Defy?
Maybe, I don't know.
Jeez.
Addicting games, perhaps.
Oh, Bill Ego, $5 says, one more question properly typed this time, but will you be going for Steam Deck verified? This game, we need to test it on Steam Deck, but I'm 99.9% sure it should work on Steam Deck with no issues.
Yeah, I mean, Consuming Shadow works on Steam Deck, and I never even considered that.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
yes, we did drop the price for Consuming Shadow to just $1 a few months ago, so
Yeah.
if you want to try out these previous games, go pick it up. And it works great on Steam Deck.
Oh no, the altar's going crazy. It's saying something. Is it code? Alien language detected. Commencing translation process. This may take
like
several
completely,
minutes. Please continue gathering.
Unintentional humor, but I love when that happens. He just continues to hold it up like,
I don't know what this
Maybe
is,
it
but
was
I'm taking it
intentional
with.
humor. I don't know.
Oh, they're just rocks. I don't want rocks. Bloody space rocks. Let's have a look around. Let's keep having a look. Okay.
The
Seems
Fungus
to be
Finder
limit.
wants to know, are the clouds supposed to move with you? Those clouds are just fog.
Those clouds, yes. They move by themselves, regardless of how you move.
Yes. 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 Beautiful. I've got 4, but I want to translate this language. All right, let's have an explore. Have a look around. And this is a tutorial planet, so I'm not expecting a fully explorable city or 8 different types of alien or foliage. Okay. Return to ship? Okay. My theory is that I'm going to be able to go back to the ship, hand these in, and then maybe come back. I'm going to try it.
Denmark knows $5 says, hey, after you're going to update Hatfall to have a fully emblematic mode. I'm joking, I don't expect him to, and I expect he doesn't want to.
I guess not.
Please return to the cockpit. Never! Not currently available, no! The alien language! Nom nom. I'm upset that I'm on half health. Not authorized. Alright, let's look at these orders. Here he is. If all's the plan, you've now got 4 samples of Miraculium ready to transport. Congratulations, Captain. All that remains is to set course for home, so that we can welcome back the hero of the hour. Your computer can take care of that. You yourself should return to cryosleep for the journey, to stay under the machine collective radar. The Earth Federation salutes you and the sacrifice you've made for freedom. Hopefully the journey home will be uneventful, but if not, we will salute your literal sacrifice as well.
I have wrote a note, do not contact Jay for voice acting.
Or is acknowledge saying
from the
course.
dumpster.
Hey, I'm having
your
fun.
name's longer than that. Your name's longer than that, but I don't see the rest of it, so I'm just calling you from the dumpster. Donates €1, and they retracted, or £1, and they retracted their message. I don't know what they said.
I completed the translation of the alien message. Text reads as follows. Your theft of tribute has defiled this sacred shrine. You have incurred my most terrible vengeance. It shall be enacted upon the children of your children that destruction will unfold without pity. The shaking text was hard for my dyslexic brain to handle. This concludes your action items for today. Good night, Captain.
Elise donated $50 through Ko-Fi and said for Ludo, Barry, and Toffee. Got Max.
Doggies.
You forgot Max.
What about Max? Doggies are happy.
And Denmark donates $1. Says, I want to watch this, but I don't want to get spoiled on the full version. How much plot is in this? You will not be spoiled in an hour.
Oh, don't you worry. There's plenty of plot that won't be covered in this.
So, yeah, one thing, so there was like, I know you can't answer this, but like, when it was down there, it said that the computer was like, would need a couple minutes to translate. I'm not sure if that was an actual timer that would give that information if you stayed there for a few minutes, or if this information is programmed to be here. But the information seems not directly tied to like well, I will see, but currently doesn't seem like it's tied to this next event of going to cryosleep. So it might be cool if it isn't set up this way to have it so that if you do stay down there for a couple minutes, because people might take that literally, that it appears. If that isn't already the case.
That would kind of spoil the joke, because the joke is you only hear it after you've already defiled the altar and taken the
true,
tribute. And
then I guess the people could put it back, trying to undefile the altar.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I dig that.
No, from the dumpster donates £5. Says, Yahtzee, how difficult is it to keep quiet and not backseat this stream?
Oh, I've had a couple of fancy moments.
Subjecting rejuvenation timer for.
Sean Harriman wants to know, how different are the companion quest lines?
You'll find out.
You also you won't experience them all in one playthrough.
That's encountered.
That's how many there are.
Will be shut down. Restoring process, saying rejuvenation time per. Oh God. That is a long team. Approximately.
Lucas wants to know if there will be romance options.
There may well be.
That's a long time, baby. That's a long time, baby. Guess we know where those weird readings were coming from. Mundamian crystals, seriously. 4 of them. You weren't kidding. Did people really think that stuff was useful? Not since, like, the stupid age. At least it means we can put a rough date on this junk. Not much market for the 2,000 years old scrap metal.
At least donates another $15 through Ko-Fi. Says, oops, and for Max, another reason to donate. And Max appreciates your food payment.
Hold on a second. I'm getting power readings. Why didn't they show up before? Too small to be a generator, must be a battery. Like a long life battery. Coming from over... It's me, you fuckers! So this is a cycle complete. Beginning revival sequences. What's that? Oh, I've just noticed that their name's looters. Fuck. I don't know, but it kind of sounds like my kids are kids being put through college. Oh shit.
Jorth 87 donates. I've never seen DKK. I don't have no idea what that is. 20 of those. Yeah, Donkey Kong coins with a K. Yeah,
Danish krona.
Danish krona.
Something.
Yeah, it's a game about map making. Yay or nay?
Well, depends what you mean. I mean, Metroidvania is a game about mapping, technically.
And donates $2. About strong tutorial / intro. Denmark donates $10. Says, will the companions continue to have effects on the story after their initial arc? Or are you going to be pulling a Persona 5 here? I'm reaching for reasons to donate.
You're jumping a bit ahead, Denmark. We're not anywhere near the introduction of NPC crew members yet.
Weren't you worried about being spoiled, Denmark? Now you're asking for spoilers.
Yeah.
Goof.
I will agree. That initial tutorial system was really well put together. I really like the fact that the tutorials and the pop-ups, the hints, were really direct and to the point, but also due to the narrative and your writing, there was also the option to kind of ignore them and do other things, and that's kind of encouraged through the dialogue. I really like that. I'm always for more, for less hand-holding, and you kind of do both here, so that's really nice. But yeah, I'm going to continue. Roll to your side. You have 20 seconds to comply. Oh, God.
Abdel Corrales, member for 2 months, says, nice game, Yahtzee. Was this inspired by Futurama?
No, more sort of Stardew Valley meets Red Dwarf, I suppose.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yahtzee, do you have is there an option for auto dialogue? Or just goes through automatically?
No, you have to click to proceed in the text.
Okay. Bit altruism. Upbeat altruism. Boy Scout, eager to please, hardworking, always ready to do their part to make life better for all. Naive, perhaps Princess Leia type. Upbeat apathy. Cheerful slacker, unmotivated, hedonistic, thinks enjoying life day to day is more important than having ambition. Peter Venkman type. Upbeat egoism. Action hero, adventurous but selfish, makes friends easily, especially with those they consider extensions of themselves. Flash Gordon type. I'm trying not to pick one that I think is like me. I'm trying to think what might be a cool gameplay thing. It's always the thing with these types of games. Do you want to be yourself in this world, or do you want to roleplay as someone else? Right place, backstabber, quite ruthless, and career-focused, not necessarily a villain, but would probably excel as one. Cersei Lannister type. Okay. Bitter egoism, overambitious and haunted by their failures. Projects their self-loathing to justify a negative view on the universe. Arnold Remmert. Yeah, perfect. Did I look at this one?
wants to know how much dialogue you wrote for this game, Yachts.
Fuck loads. Gonna really be a pain in the ass if we ever have to translate it into another language. I tell you that.
Oh God.
Milek 326 donated 300 bits. Says, is this game gonna have any nods to the mythos? Is that how you say that? Yeah, it's the CHZO.
Oh, not really. No.
Nick the OG used 50 bits. Says it's cold outside. There's no kind of atmosphere. I'm all alone, more or less.
Yeah, it's another Red Dwarf
That's
reference.
7.
Thank you.
I never watched that.
Frustrated idlist sees problems in society and has abandoned hope in fixing them. Marvin the paranoid android. Did I look at this? Yes, I did. I'm going to go for bitter altruism.
Good choice.
All right, great deduction there. Any chance you could deduce where the hell I am? You must remain here and remain awake. Defiance of Nursebot will be met with severe reprisal. Oh God! It's Johnny Lynn.
It's our first bit of El Cheshire art.
Oh my lord! Reminds me of what are they called in Doctor Who? The Ood or the Silence?
Ow.
Reminds me of the Silence. Good morning, Captain Mate. Captain Mate, nice. Dripberg. My name is Dripberg. I'm the lawyer looking after Earth Federation interests. Brace yourself for a shock. You've been in stasis for over 2,000 years. That wasn't much bracing time. Sorry. I probably should have paused longer. You're lucky I got wind of you in time. Those salvagers were about to sell you to a meat packing facility. Oh God. We need to talk about the Earth Federation. I've got a feeling you haven't got good news. To cut a long story short, you're it, the last Earth Federation citizen alive. Congratulations on your appointment, Mr. President. Yes, give it time to sink in. Here's some money. Why don't you take a walk and relax? Get some fresh clothes. Here's some money. I don't know why that tickled me so much. Oh. Maybe think about a haircut as well. Oh, truly, this is me. When you're ready, come to my office, then we can talk about where we are. Oh,
yeah,
God.
The chat wants to know what effect on gameplay the personality system has.
Largely, mainly just dialogue, but it also affects which NPCs you can romance.
Ooh.
Ooh, I haven't seen these updates. I see you added more detail to the
Fashion.
platforms.
Yeah, this is one of El Cheshire's background arts for civilized planets.
Nice. Humane Shield Super Chat's $2 is nice future Echoes reference.
A medical mask. No COVID for me, the only human.
Yeah, people really like the music. Yep, as a reminder, it's from the guys that did BPM, Bullets Per Minute.
Yeah. It's not quite done. They've still got a few extra tracks and some last minute tweaks they want to make. But yeah, it's already sounding pretty good.
Okay, cool.
Do you have El Cheshire bump up the clothes too?
No, the clothes are all me.
And there's not like just a black t-shirt?
Well, every clothing store has randomized options. So.
Oh,
I
thought
see,
it would just
okay.
all be black.
So I've just bought these clothes, but I would like to put them on.
Oh, you haven't bought them?
Have I not?
No.
Oh, I have to hold it down. Okay. That'll be why I thought I bought it, but I didn't really. Didn't see a signifier. Okay, yeah, fair. Ooh.
Insidian is $5. As the game gets closer to release, will we see a return of Dev Diary or a successor to it? That series has been a huge source of inspiration for me.
Well, nothing planned at the moment. This is kind of it. This is the dev diary content right now.
Oh, is there more hair options here than at the beginning?
Yeah, as promised. More appearance options unlock later.
That just shows it's not closed, but I also did spoilers, go watch the full game. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice tash.
Hell yeah, dude. I've got one a bit of
like
one
a
going
porn
at the moment.
star.
Yeah, I do look like a porn star. I look like a 70s porn star.
The president of the Earth Federation, Mr. Tingleberries.
Yeah, you're setting the fashion for the Earth Federation.
Ooh. Yeah, when they're looking at you, you ooh, give him one of those.
He'll repopulate the Earth Federation by himself.
If I'm the only one, yeah. I guess by default, I'm the sexiest human alive.
Sean Harriman says you need chest hair options.
As long as we understand each other, Dripberg, stay away from that planet. This is a security matter now. Oh shit! Yeah. What an asshole! Fuck that guy. Oh, Captain, you found the place. Excellent. Your brain still works. The culture bureau will be thrilled. You in some kind of trouble? Oh, they were from Amalgam Security. What passes for the authority these days. Don't worry, their bark is worse than their jurisdictive influence. Come in, let's talk. So you're putting off telling me something about the Earth Federation. I'm afraid it's officially ceased to exist about 800 years ago. Our company has represented its lingering interests ever since. My dad very nearly closed the account a few decades ago, actually. Shows how much he knew. Malingering old bastard. Now that you're here, some interesting opportunities arise. But first, we need to get you settled here in the future. Here's the money I made selling your ship's contents to antique dealers. Damn! Minus my usual commission, of course. So one thing I really like there is the juxtaposition gratification of giving a small amount of money, getting price references for that by spending money, and then being given a huge amount of money. That's really nice. Oh, fuck! Well,
take a paycheck in real
this
life.
is... That couldn't have been better timed. My advice as your lawyer would be to buy a new ship with that. Start earning money, build your new life. Right, I'll just pilot a brand new ship with my 2,000-year-old skills. You'll be surprised by how little transport tech has changed. Everyone went off quantum tunneling when all those star systems vanished. Huh? Now, I did find one available ship in your price range. It should be familiar to control. It's not the newest model, and it's not the roomiest or the fastest. But that works out, doesn't it? You'll save time not having so much to unload.
Abdel Carras donated 5 reals. Says, general writing question: how do you make a world or universe feel alive in a narrative?
I don't know.
There's your inspiration of the day.
I think it's all in the little details.
I'll get you an air
Daniel Neal wants to know if you can turn off the text sound in the game.
You could turn all sound effects off if they bother you that much.
There's not one for just that text sound.
No.
People haven't called it Requiem for a long time, but I have a friend on Vubry 2 putting together a Museum of History's great moments of military stupidity. Itinerary is created and waiting on the landing pad. Get to Vubbery 2, and you'll earn some money for your trouble. And all clear? Great. Get on with that, and I'll be in touch. So cool. There's the job tabs. I now have my job. Another UI thing here. I can use the D-pad to go up and down and also onto the job tab, but if I press left, I can't come off of the job.
Left to get off PDA.
Job tab.
Gotcha.
And that stops me having to press B because at the moment it's locked in and I can't press up or down or do anything. So yeah. So
Herman wants to know, Yahtzee, did you base any NPCs off your coworkers at Second Wind?
No. That would be weird, because I've been working on this game since 2016.
I mean, you can't see into the future?
I guess not.
yeah, I thought you could.
Yeah. Wow. Expectations for you just dropped substantially.
Do I have to put it on there, or is this the loading zone? Because my brain's back on the tutorial and I had to put it on that little platform, but now I'm thinking they stay there and I just go up. Welcome to your new vessel. Username. Please do not attempt to take off until your air cyclers are active. Lack of clean air has been linked to tiredness, general malaise, and death. Yep. Air cyclers can be activated by placing them on a section of powered cable. Okay. So where would they be? Cargo platform. Okay, that's how to go back down. That's how to go onto the ship. Air cyclers. So there's nothing in there. There's coolant. Impulse engine. Complete the transporting. Okay, so the stuff didn't come up with me, so did I have to... Oh. Hello, Captain Mate, it's your lawyer. Forgot to mention something. Oh, you probably already noticed this actually, but there's a new ship doesn't have a warp drive. You won't be able to leave this Star Citizen system, not yet. Anyway, don't worry, I'll let you know what we can do for that. In the meantime, the freight office is bound to have at least one in-system transportation job ready to go. Could I get multiple jobs? I'm just going to check out a theory.
Daniel Silva's knows any change to add a 9-binary option to the main character. Maybe using they them to not be too complicated. I think you already have that, don't you?
Well, what we have is that in the character selection, you just choose body type, male or female. But we don't have a pronoun option.
Okay, so I was right first. And that's the air cycler. Beautiful. Okay. And this is where the Miraculium would be. Am I able to stack stuff? Because I would really like to... Okay, you're a bastard.
Trying to be the get all the groceries in one trip guy.
I am, yeah.
I mean, that's what I do.
Okay, my air cycler's on. He's a bit in the way. I'm gonna put him there. Yeah, and I might move some of my cargo down as well. Maybe the mirror.
Inevitably, because someone's going to ask, yes, you can upgrade your ship over time.
Well, we need to upgrade it with a warp engine for a start.
But you can also upgrade the size and layout of the ship too, correct?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay. Back down we go. Oh, I might be running out of energy. It might be time for a biscuit, boys. Nom 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 nom. All right. They said the transport peeps might have some. Is that something that's on this island potentially?
I can't say things.
Yeah,
It's driving me
fuck.
mad.
Considering that's just on a loop, I don't think so. I think that might be another space station or planet or something that I can go to. But I got that information very quickly because this area is not, overly complicated or huge. So do you know what? I will have another biscuit. Thanks. Right. System map. Ooh. That's where I need to go. Okay, and we yeah, the landscape seems great. Make it so. Oh. Local sunstorm activity has created a channel of concentrated solar wind. You can align a ship with it to gain a temporary speed boost. Oh, it's like drifting. Beautiful. Picking up a stray signal, Captain. Probably another ship. Move closer to the signal band, and I can isolate its location. Oh, dodge. Let's get over there. This is really simple, but in a good way. Like, it's accessible, but no. I feel like no. It's got good game feel. Okay, let's get speed boost. I like that we're getting little hints, different motivations here. This is nice. Oh, you bastard! That came in quick.
Eric, a nice 20 ARS as an Asteroid's minigame or shoot option for resources? Question mark.
I'm not sure why I wasn't able to move.
That's more of a question for you, Yachts. Asteroid's minigame or shoot option for resources?
Well, you don't get a weapon until quite late in the game, but yeah, you can shoot asteroids once you get it.
We've reached the edge of this star system. Plotting engines. Can we... Oh, we have to land? Okay, we're all good there. Beautiful. Okay. Am I missing? Am I forgetting something?
I think you missed the planet, sir.
Did I? Oh, did I miss? Oh yeah, I'm in the corner. Okay, well, I'm glad you said that, Nick. It may have taken me a while to figure that out. So, I'm assuming I missed because I misaligned the initial jump? Or was it because I got hit by stuff? Oh, collide with junk balls. Sorry, I didn't read. I want the signal. Junk balls. Oh, okay, now I hit it. Complete the transport. Okay, yeah, I think I'm here. Yes! Yes! So I'm not entirely sure why I missed. But we have solved the
I
problem.
know why you missed, but we'll talk about that in the discussion
Yeah, for
period.
sure. Because we're out of the tutorial, I'm kind of just trying to play. Alright, who's in charge around here? Where's the freight office? Freight office? When was the last time you delivered cargo? Just drop the crates in the loading zone and it will be automated. The freight office is the yellow building. Keep going south, can't miss it.
And you don't know this game does not need 3 people to play. Yahtzee made the game, Jay is playtesting it, and I'm helping as a producer in the game, helping take notes about stuff. Sean Harriman asks, are there Steam achievements? Yahtzee's working on them right now. For the other questions, those you'll find out if you play it. Ko-fi donation from Hyde. $15.
Nice.
That bass clarinet says have some coffees or something else.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, so these are the different terminals with the different jobs, I'm assuming. Deliver 3 crates of apple pie. Okay, so I'm going to take this one. A warp drive required. Whoops, can't. Okay, I can take this one. Deliver 4 crates of apple pie to Jun Prime. Payment is $5.40. Okay, I can take that. I'm assuming in the future we can probably pick up multiple jobs at once, but you have a limited amount of space, which would then encourage upgrades and stuff like that, but that's just me making assumptions, and they always say never assume assumptions. I'm getting a little bit OCD about it. Okay, let's get...
Yes, I know you're due for your walk, but I'm afraid Jay is doing some very important things on the screen that we need to watch.
Dovey. What a cutie. Get it. Alrighty. Current delivery mission cancelled due to lost crates.
Okay, that shouldn't have happened.
Biscuit.
Look into that at some point.
You bastard, you bloody bastard. These are waste barrels. Can I just put these down here? I didn't need them. I just picked them up because I'm a dick. I'm just gonna dump them here. Oh, what are they gonna do? I'm literally leaving planet. Bye, fuckers.
If you dump your trash, you get fined for it.
Nah, they ain't gonna catch me. I'm out of here. So,
Could you open your PDA a sec?
Yeah,
See
sure.
if it actually says that you don't have a mission at the moment. Yep, delivery's cancelled. I don't know why that happened. I will need to check.
Shall I head back to the
Yeah, you might need to get a job now.
Let's have a look. See. This is why we do these things. These tiny bugs happen.
Yeah. Okay, that's a similar but not the exact same job.
It's in a different place, right?
Yeah.
So now my question is, can I keep the apple pies I have on my ship and leave these here?
Oh god.
I want to be safe rather than sorry. Or we can do this for testing.
Yeah. Take those crates. See if those work.
Awesome, let's do it. So I need to...
How did you reset the crates? Did you just go pick the mission back up?
Yes, just went and picked it back up.
Yeah.
It was there. So there is a system in place for these things happening. So that's really, really good.
Yeah. Well, the system is like if you accidentally leave a crate on a planet and can't get it back, then the system automatically cancels the current
Yes.
delivery job. And that's what happened, but it shouldn't have done that while you had all the crates. Obviously.
Full. Engage. Get free junk balls. Can do. Oh, nearly got him. Go on then. Hey, bonus credits. Let's go. Get those jump balls. Get them. I can get it. Bastard. Bastard. The inertia. Oh, I got both. I'm big and large.
What's your feedback on this flying section, Jay?
I dig it. Yeah, I think it's engaging enough, and now that I know that it has systems that could potentially give me more credits, it's giving me an extrinsic reward to want to do it. It's very simple. I really like how it controls. It does have that feeling of momentum and inertia, and I really like that. But yeah, I don't think it needs to be.
What about like the junk, like the icons on screen as you're flying?
So as you
like
probably saw when I
what
first
they
played
are.
it, my brain was preoccupied with trying to fly and avoid things rather than reading the prompt on screen. Maybe it being somewhere else on the screen or flashing intermittently would increase the attention drawn to it. Because I think I did my entire first flight before realizing, I missed the planet, and then I was like, oh wait, there's an objective.
I think my one piece of feedback, just for like asteroids and all that in the air, is like actually implement some pixel art that make them look like asteroids with like speed lines heading towards you, so that because I think right now like the gas clouds, like everything kind of jumbled together aside from the different colors of the outlines. I think like maybe a little bit more detail in those objects would make it more clear what those are to avoid or grab.
Right.
So,
especially with like our key art having like the boxes as part of that, like it'd be cool to like see like little floating boxes that we have to catch instead of just outlines of objects.
So with this platform, I'm assuming this is a my favorite thing, juxtaposition gratification thing, where we're starting off where we always basically have to leave one thing and then go back down and back up, and when we upgrade our ship, that bed will get bigger so we can bring more stuff up and place more things. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, a larger cargo bed is one of the upgrades.
Beautiful. So that's all I need to know, because now I understand the design purpose of having to leave things. It's to create that frustration intentionally, so then we can create satisfaction in when we upgrade it later. I was just making sure that that is a thing, because if it was like this and it was like this forever, that would be rather frustrating, but clearly you already know that. Yes, 708, so you can do it.
Console release, we answered that a little bit earlier in the stream, but right now, PC only. It sells well. We'll get ported into console, or, if we end up working with a publisher or whatever that looks like.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, this is good. I like this. Beautiful.
Yeah, as with your color blindness, would it be easier if the PDA screen was like white on black text, or does it read well as it is?
I'm actually we said at the beginning, oh, maybe we shouldn't have picked a dyslexic person to read the dialogue. I actually think this is a good thing, because not only am I dyslexic and struggle to read, I'm also colorblind, so that makes it even harder for me to read certain colors on certain backgrounds. I will say that the only thing that I am struggling with now is nothing to do with the game. It's the size of my screen. So it's currently full screen, and I'm having to, I don't know if you can see my head, the stream can. I'm having to like scan the entire screen, and that's why I'm reading a bit staggered. Like right here, hey, can you move 3 crates of apple pie from February Prime to February Free? Pay is 414 credits. You know, I can read that great, and it's on a background that to me is colors that blend together, like the reds and the purples and the, you know, the darker shades of blue and stuff like that. So I think, from my perspective as a dyslexic, colorblind man, I think it's all good, even font wise. I like the font.
I think on this one in particular, I would have the text separated from because you had the background with the whatever red game mechanic was back there. It needs like a shadow or an outline on the text so it stands out a bit more, because it blended in between it, at least for me, is not being colorblind.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, just like maybe text and chat on left side of the screen, and then separate it from whatever else you're showing.
So now, because I'm playing more and I'm learning, I'm leaving the cargo on the cargo bay, so now I don't have to move it. So like, I'm learning as I play and getting a little bit more efficient. That's satisfying. That's good. Make it so. Yeah, I dig this. I like the speed mechanic. I like that you don't know what's coming. So this one, there's no minigame. So I'm assuming hitting debris or like the junk isn't... We've entered an asteroid field, Captain. We may sustain minor damage. Okay. Oh god. No, I don't want to go fast. Fuck you. Oh, shit. Wait, I made it, though. Okay, we're good. Starboard thruster disabled. Okay, I'm just going to go check if I can do some repairs. I cannot get to them, right?
Are you able to see that white arrow?
Oh, yeah, up there. Yeah. Oh, I have to go above. Yeah. Okay, cool. That makes sense. So that might be a point of feedback. Again, because I've got quite a large screen, that arrow was in my peripheral, so it was quite hard to see. So maybe making it a little bit larger, or I know it's pulsing, but maybe like flashing might be good. Okay.
Is this a glitch, Yahtzee, with the thing following the character?
Oh, that's like part of the foreground. You're in an asteroid field, so there's random asteroids floating around outside the ship.
Yeah, there's just one following him specifically.
Yeah,
It's a ghost asteroid. It's a companion.
It's weird. What's the ball's name? Wilson. Wilson the asteroid.
Okay, so these are the thrusters, I believe. Are these the thrusters? Maybe I'm not meant to repair. Oh, that's the impulse engine. The filters, okay.
Looks like we need a the exclamation point. Maybe a sound that goes with that exclamation point to indicate your O2 is very low.
A signifier, yeah,
Well,
sound signifier.
There's 2 sounds that should be indicating that you're suffocating to death.
I'm suffocating. I need to leave. Oh. That might be something we could have it that. Yum. What was I going to say? When you're going through doors and going up ladders, at the moment you need to put your items away to go up. Whether that's an intentional decision, or you could change it so that it's already a button hold to go up that I can cancel and have to have a confirmation. It's like another interaction cost to put something away and then do it again. So whether you want that action of putting things away and have that be a part of the gameplay loop. There.
I was waiting for you to fucking notice it. You walked straight past it.
Did I? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Well, there it was. So that would have been easy. Oh, so that arrow, was that pointing there? It was pointing,
yes.
And I thought it was pointing at the ladder.
Yes.
Okay. That could be solved by directional. So instead of always having the arrow pointing downwards at the object, you could have it pointing in the direction relative to the player's position. So
yeah.
And have it slightly askewed, so the arrow would be here, pointing in a diagonal. That is one way you could solve that with the arrows. Have them be directional based on the player's location. Am I? Yeah, I'm at the planet. Everything's fixed. Let's get out of here. Hello, Captain Mate. It's your lawyer again. Yes, sorry. Another thing I forgot. If you want to upgrade your ship, you need upgrade units. It's sort of an all-in-one Starship conversion kit that shipyards use raw materials, and it might be hard to find one. The last delivery got shot down over before. Maybe you should land on the planet and see if you can recover anything from the wreckage. Yeah, beautiful. Shall do. I really like the game feel on that, with the stars and the little music jingle. I think that's 10 out of 10. Hey, I'll accept this now, and then I'll... okay, cool. So, my brain was confused. So this is like an arm on a crane type thing, right?
Yeah, I think we had bad luck with the random color for this planet.
Okay. Because when these weren't here, if I just move these down here, I can just put them on. So my brain, for some reason, thought that they were like saws, like on the ground. And then when the boxes spawned, I was like, oh no, the material's like misaligned. But it's
Were you able to add shadows to this Yahtzee to give them a sense of scale?
Shadows would solve that
Yeah,
issue.
but like I could add an outline.
Repainting. $200 I'm not spending my credits on repainting my ship. I've got better things to spend my money on. But that is good to know that is there, and I can do that in the future. Is this trading post? Ooh. Some jobs on the bulletin board. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll take. Can I take one of these? Oh, it's just do these things and then you'll get them. It's not like you take something. Okay.
Yeah, Talon 12 Whitey 04 donates $5 to Starstruck Vagabond QA stream, and always love Adventurous Nigh. First expansion, Adventurous Nigh mission pack.
Oh Christ.
So, do you know I was talking about a positional arrow aligned to the player?
Yeah.
You're using it here, so
Yeah.
that might be good for the hints inside the ship as well, if possible.
Right. Yeah. I get you.
Snake in the Garden, that's €5. Says, thanks, Yachts, for doing this live. I appreciate your trust to be vulnerable in front of us so everyone can learn by this example. Absolute boss behavior.
Yeah. How long do you want to keep going? Should we stop at 11:30 and then discuss things?
Yeah, sure, definitely. Currently, get
Okay,
unit
well-
from crash ship from Very 4.
And we are planning on doing a couple more of these QA streams, so
Yeah, I don't know if there'll be a regular thing.
yeah, not a regular thing,
We
but
gotta-
at least we need to get we need Jay to play more of the game and get farther into it, so
Yeah.
that we can check some
Yeah,
of
we
the
want-
later game stuff.
Yeah, I want to have more of a sort of vertical slice. So by all means, play the game in your spare time, Jay.
Sure, 100%.
I'm gonna be testing it on
I mean,
Steam.
so we were talking about Yahtzee, trusting us, the community, being vulnerable and showing this early slice. Also, as this asteroid field. also trusting me to give this feedback and see it in this state. But I will say I am really enjoying this. I think this is incredibly polished. I think it's in a very, very good state, and I'm enjoying it. And the bugs that I've seen have not broken the game in any way. They are things that I would have figured out if, you know, people weren't here to tell me that they were bugs. I would have figured them out in time. I'm very much enjoying my time.
Well, good.
Receiving a distress signal from a nearby vessel. Oh, I can help these guys. Yes. So does it change course automatically, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it stopped because you reached the planet.
Ah, shame.
You can keep going and get to the X for the distress.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry,
if I go in that
you.
direction, I'm
I
assuming...
shouldn't be helping you.
Yeah, but I'm assuming... Okay, I'm going to assume that if I go in that direction, it will put me in that direction.
Zekro wants to know, is that old alpha build still available for download on the last dev diary video? The itch.io page is still up.
Yeah.
Got on a vessel. Yeah, cool, it did. So that would have been my automatic assumption. So
Yeah.
use your cargo platform to board. Shall do.
Says, can't wait for Yahtzee to do a live play at the bar with just Jay watching.
You've now boarded another ship. Suggestion: locate the captain and learn the nature of their difficulty. A reward may be offered if you can provide assistance. Well, I also know. Oh, well, let me just quickly take a look. I might be able to see their problem. It doesn't look like I can currently, so I don't want to suffocate. What's up, client? I need to be in the next sector in an hour. My warp drive won't work. Come find me when you're done and we can settle up. Sure. 100%. His warp drive. So his, I believe... it's telling me.
Yeah, Jay, after you help this guy go up to the top of the ship again, I might have a
Yes, sir.
thing I want your feedback on.
Believe that is what he needed doing. I'm just going to check his other one. Yeah, he seems to be all good. Makes me feel like a space, what's the opposite of a cowboy? Like a cowboy builder or plumber, like a helpful dude. He just, like the fixer-upper dude. Here's your payment. Thanks for coming out. It's not much, but I'd like to have my favorite sweet and sour recipe, and it's your galley's database, and you could all you need is a couple ingredients. All right, cool. Okay, I'm taking a biscuit. I'm taking a biscuit, my boy. I'm sorry. Is the biscuit tax?
Okay, so move away from the ladder for a second. On the top of the ship, do you think instead of a just for the sake of it, should there be like a hatch instead of a ladder going to the top of the ship? Would that be easier to spot?
Oh, so like here. So it looks like. Do you mean here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like there is a hatch, but it's the same color as the ship.
Colors, yeah.
And I feel like the top of the ladder makes sense because the hatch would open and then you would need something to hold onto up top first and then to go down.
Right.
But
Maybe
I think
just
only
a little
the
animation to open the hatch and then go down, just so it gives it a bit more detail.
The only thing that I would suggest, you could do that if you had the time. I would just suggest that the hatch itself be a different color, like the engines are here, to give it a bit more of a signifier. If you wanted to go extra hard, you can put a blinking light on it to show, like some safety light or something.
Okay.
But
Don't choke to death.
But yeah, so I'll just have another biscuit. But yeah, just simply change the color.
Oh, your biscuits too.
Dude, that guy, I just keep going back having a biscuit.
Jay hates breathing.
Well, I am asthmatic as well. Ooh, hello.
Raziel donates 100 PLN and says, yeah, what Snake in the Garden said. Kudos to you, Yahtzee. And Eric Weicker donates 20 hours. Says, how can I pay you for the repairs? Funky music.
Because we're a porn star, yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's make this delivery.
Yeah. I'm here to repair your pipes, sir.
Oh. I can't remember where I need to go. Take it from February 3 to February Prime. There's the sector jobs. Current upgrade unit. Crash landed on the planet. That's what I wanted to do. He gave me the hint. You need those to upgrade. So I'm going to check this out, and then I say we call it there.
Fair enough.
Do a little bit of planet exploring. I ain't taking my goods on the planet. What if they get stolen? Race for retirement to ship. Okay, so that I can breathe here. I feel great looking like a porn star. Gonna have an explore. Get out of here. So now I'm getting a lot of Stardew vibes. Church.
Yeah, that's the one. Dude, random planet, random apple. Let's just eat it. No negative effect.
Oh, I can just pick it up. Right?
Matthew Atkins, moved for 1 month in the Green Gang, says, will there be an option to steal instead of help?
No, that would be mean.
Ah, I think this is the crash ship. Ooh, okay. Get out of here, Rock. So I can't pick these up, can I? Yes, I can. Yes. 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 Oh, and I can come down here and get this fuel for the warp drive? God damn, it's all coming together. Is that an egg? Egg. Oh. Could have a baby in it. Protein. I'll take the egg. I want it to hatch. Come with me, child.
It's got the phoenix in it.
It's got a phoenix in it. Oh my god.
Don wants to know, are there things you can't pick up until you get an upgrade or anything?
No, you can pick
Women?
up everything you can pick up straight off the bat.
Egg. Gonna keep
All
him
right. Shall we
Yeah, I'll save the game.
end the playtest?
You guys, you chat just experienced almost what it's like when we go preview games.
Yeah.
Where you have to like basically figure everything out on the first try, and then
Write down all our ideas.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
quit to desktop.
Oh,
No, quit to
well, you
title.
can keep it open. Well, you can keep it open if you want.
Ah, yeah, true. I can go back.
Yes. So one of the major things I picked up on was that you were getting confused a couple of times because you weren't sure what some of the pickups were. And there's the thing that comes up if you pause in front of the pickup and wait for the window to show up. It tells you what it is and what it does. But you usually weren't hanging around long enough for it to see it before you started wanting to mess with it.
Okay. So
That might be more of a streaming thing too.
it could be a streaming thing. It could also be a timing thing. So maybe there aren't.
Yeah.
I understand the delay in not wanting them to come up instantly because then it can get a bit spammy.
Yeah, as I recall, it originally came up instantly, but I thought that was a bit visually noisy. Everywhere you went, windows were just popping up. So it could be we just need to reduce the amount of time that passes
I agree.
before the information appears.
Yeah, totally.
Because you picked up all those like waste barrels not knowing what they were.
I just thought
it's
this
a
must
free-
be something I need and just pick them up. Yeah.
It's a free thing.
And I eventually figured it out, but and you know that in a way that is a kind of nice moment, you know.
Yeah.
In game, I picked up something I didn't need because I wasn't thinking hard enough, and that teaches the player you probably should check what these things are before you pick them up. But I agree, decreasing that delay might solve that issue.
Broadly, you figured out everything pretty much. you kept like tapping U's to force doors open when you only needed to hold down A. So
Okay. What at the beginning when the doors
yeah,
needed to be
yeah.
pried open?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, at any point when the ship's depowered, the only way to open doors is to force them open, but you don't need to tap A to open them. You can just hold down A,
Oh,
and
okay. So
that didn't seem to
yeah,
come across.
I
Yeah,
I actually
I
kind of
tapped
liked
A
it.
too when I play tested it, so might need a visual indicator just to hold A down.
Or
Well, the
A
text
down arrow.
says, yeah, well, the text says hold A.
Just that first time though, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, just
that
the first
second
time.
door, yeah, that second door is hard to notice that there's like no indicator that it needs to be fleshed open because it blends right into the
yeah,
environment.
I also don't see the mechanical issue with players spamming it. It might have not have sounded like it or looked like you intended it to.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. It
Yeah.
got the door open.
And the sound effects and everything that I saw, it made me feel like that was working as intended. You're meant to, spam, pry it open, and that I actually feel like that's better game feel than
Yeah.
just holding it. So at the moment, players can do both, which is great. That's an accessibility thing. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. I'm worried about the bug that made the cancel delivery mission thing
Yeah, that happened
happen.
inside the ship, which is
Yeah, I'm not I'm not entirely sure how that's happened. I'll have to play test and run the scenario a few times and see what's causing it. I
yeah.
have some thoughts, but we'll see how we go. But anyway, yes. General thoughts about the game? Are you interested in playing more?
Yes.
What are your feelings?
So this isn't from I'll talk about things in multiple perspectives. From like a player's perspective and a designer's perspective. From a general player's perspective, I want to play more of this. This is in my wheelhouse. I really, really, really like Stardew Valley. The writing is something that comes across immediately and is immediately engaging and encouraging when I'm talking. So in these games, even in Stardew Valley, when NPCs would talk to me, I would just get bored. I'd be like, cool. I want to go farm. Leave me alone. Like, or I want to go fishing was the main thing I would do. But here, because you play to your strengths with the writing, it makes me interested when an NPC comes to talk to me, because they don't always have to say something witty and funny, but sometimes they will, and that I'm waiting for that next joke, that next punchline, and that's keeping me engaged. So that's really positive. The gameplay loop, I can see. It's really interesting that your first time user experience is really solid. It's extremely solid, and it's something I harp on about in my videos all the time. Like, if you have a weak opening, you're fucked, and your tutorial was to the point, quick, introduce the world and the narrative, and it sets up mechanically what the game is going to become. So I can see or theorize what the potential upgrades are going to be to the ship and how that's going to make for a better experience. I can also see what hazards are going to come and what that's going to do to my ship and what I'm going to have to do, and then what potential crewmates could do. Like, I can see that in my mind already, and I've only played an hour and a half, and that's really good. I'm excited to see what that is, and that's really good.
All right. Any suggestions for fixes besides like the obvious bug stuff?
Apart
I
from
wrote some stuff down.
Yeah,
Oh,
apart
did
from
you now?
the bug stuff, and like I said during gameplay, the bugs were very minute. We didn't crash. We didn't soft lock. That mission could have potentially soft locked us, but you've set it up in a way that those apple pies could be used for multiple missions. They are just cargo items that can be used, and the game just checks for a specific item in quantity.
I couldn't remember if I'd set it up that it just checks for that or if it checks for like a specific mission item. But apparently I did the right thing.
Yes,
so well
you did.
done me.
So that's really good. But the only fixes were the things or suggestions were things that I was saying during their tiny gameplay things, like maybe you could have it so that you don't have to put your items away and to go through doors, and maybe changing the color on this signifier to be a little bit more clear, or adding a shadow. There's no major gameplay things. I think what we need to do is I need to go away and sink a substantial amount of time into the game, get to a point where I see the end gameplay systems, and then we can have maybe another showcase, whether we do this live or we do this between us.
Well, why don't I fix some of these issues we have got on my list. I'll send you a new build, and then you can just play that for, say, maybe until you've gotten some ways into the plot, maybe if you've got the second quadrant unlocked, and then we can do this again, and we'll have a sort of vertical slice mid-game stream.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think chat would also love that. But yeah, it's all very small stuff that would just make the flow better and would make it a more seamless thing. And it's stuff you picked up on as well. How quickly the UI element pops up is a very, very small thing, but it can have a big effect on how the player views the ship or the environment or something like that. So these are small tweaks. But that might change as I get deeper in and I've sunk more time into it. I can be like, I've seen this thing and we could tweak it this way and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so far I think first impressions are very, very good. I don't mean this in any way, shape, or form in an insulting way to game maker, but it doesn't feel like a game maker game. It feels like a fully fledged game. The assets are really nice. The resolution scaling's really, really nice. The writing's good. The music's good. Sound effects are good. Yeah, it's really, really polished. And again, don't mean this as an insult. I wasn't expecting it to be this polished at this point.
Well, I would hope so. I mean, I've been working on it for 9 years or something.
Oh, yeah. But when we're just doing an initial playtest, I was expecting there to be more bugs. There's some missing art assets and stuff like that. I think this is in a really good place. And if this kind of quality continues into the mid-game and maybe into the end game, I think you're in a fantastic place.
All right, great. Well, I would call that a positive focus test stream. Don't forget to wishlist the game on Steam if you're interested, viewers. There's a link in the chat.
You don't want my details from the audience?
Yeah. What's your feedback, Nick?
Mostly the audience had some issue with the sound mixing, so we might want to take a second pass at that. Some sound effects louder than the others. Music in and out of the ship had much higher, a much different volume variance.
Right.
So I think maybe just taking a second pass at that.
Well, all the music's getting redone anyway when the finished tracks get in.
Right. A lot of people had comments on the clouds, on the planets. That's one visual thing that I personally think might want to remove, or at least lower the density of them, so that they're every once in a while.
Yeah, lower the opacity. I can agree with that on the clouds.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The clouds are partly an indicator that the planet you're on has an atmosphere, so you can breathe.
Yeah. I think it just needs to be lowered in density, and then maybe change the color of them to gray or black, just so that they seem like they're overcast and not on the ground. One of the things I was thinking about from the thing, people are wanting the personality test to actually be like a game mechanic. So maybe there's something that we can do there. This might be a scope thing.
Well, it kind of is. I mean, the default personality you're given is based on the decisions you make in the dialogue options up to that point.
Yeah, that was a question that people were asking.
Beautiful.
But I felt like I should let the player choose anyway.
Yeah, but I think the feedback was more on when you're actually choosing that thing. Maybe instead of just selecting from the boxes, it's like a game mechanic where you take a test and it chooses for you based on answers that you pick.
Well, as I say, that's kind of what the dialogue choices in the
Yeah.
tutorial up to that point were for.
Gotcha. And then yeah, we talked about the asteroids following the player. When you're in an asteroid field, people are saying that just
Yeah.
needs to be a foreground thing
Yeah.
instead of or a background thing instead of a foreground.
Yeah,
So-
what it is, like certain foreground effects are just tied to like where the view window is rather than where you are in the room. So we could certainly change that.
For the O2 going away, you do have the sound effects. A lot of people were suggesting a visual indicator for the player itself, so maybe just a screen darkening. That's the thing a lot of games do when you're running out of O2.
That's a thought. Darkening screen when air is low.
One thing I would still like to see, and I think some people mentioned like on the art in the game, I think, Jay, can you go back to the surface of the planet where the ship was on the ground and all that? if you're still
I've
by it?
moved planets.
Okay. Well, if
So
you
I
go
can
back to
I
this-
can go to this planet. I'm here.
Yeah, do that. I think one thing. Oh, this is a civilized planet.
Civilized. I can go back.
We want to go. Yeah, let's go to a rural planet.
Yeah, can do.
So I think one thing we need to figure out for the visuals, everything's a little bit flat, including like items on the planet and stuff. I think that's the limitation of Game Maker.
Well, it's a 2D game, yeah.
Yeah. Well, like the boxes though, you can tell like those are round, like not rounded, but you know, objects with like depth to them. I think when you're like looking at like the ship that's on the ground, some visual effects like some smoke or some like dust debris around it or something like that will kind of make it stand out a bit more. That's just me though. I mean, I don't know. It's probably a very small detail.
Well, yeah, the cargo platform I think would certainly stand out a bit more.
Yeah.
Like I could give it a more distinct outline.
But other than that, I think my only other piece of feedback is like just in the buildings, like the paint shop. Be cool to see a little extra detail in there, like you know, maybe some shells with like paint cans or something like that, just to give it a little bit more life.
Right.
But other than that, that's
All right, just like little nice to haves, I suppose.
yeah, just little details that make it a little bit more varied in visuals and alive.
Yeah, you could make pixel-wise. You can make the bottom layer of this another pixel deeper, to give it more of an edge. You can also give it an outline like these do.
Yeah.
There's lots of-
I've got some thoughts.
What was on the island you wanted to talk about it?
Just the objects spread around. I think. I don't know. I'm curious what your thoughts are, Jay, because everything to me, it feels like it needs more variation just to make it feel like you're on a planet and alive.
There's something I'd need to see more islands for.
More islands.
This seems like an island. This is a thing that gives me like insane Stardew Valley vibes. In a good way. If you think of it reminds me of the initial farm you get that's covered in shit. Like this planet would be covered in shit. It's just a planet that a ship has crashed on, rather than like, you know, a civilized place with buildings and stuff like that. Potentially some more foliage, but it becoming too cluttered would, I think, make things worse. I like the fact that a lot of the points of interest are quite easy to find, and the rocks are just obstacles that, for me, kind of simulates that idea of, in a 2D plane, hiking through a not treacherous, but not trying to break your ankles and having to move rocks and stuff to make your way to things and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, I think it's more like just, you know, you're going to unexplored planets or whatever. If they're not civilized, I want to see a bit more that makes them feel alien, because that's like a big thing that like Starfield had a lot of complaints about. It was like they just didn't feel alien or too different.
yeah, and that can be with, you know, I know we have bigger rocks, but maybe adding like a small small mountains randomly spawning, alien artifact. I don't know what the rest of the game looks like.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of story elements and like NPC crew cutscenes that take place on wild planets, and it's always a pain in the ass having to bear in mind there might be a lot of obstacles around.
Shit in the way, yeah.
Usually I'll just put in some code that just like deletes everything within a certain radius. But the more random shit we add to the planets, the more complicated it gets, and then I'll have to run through every single cutscene testing them all.
Yeah.
But yeah, adding another foliage variation, I'd have to see a bigger sample size of planets to truly be.
Well, the
opinion on
plants, like the small plants, are always the same.
Yeah.
Because those are the ones you can grow on your ship.
I see.
And they've got like multiple growth stages. The trees have like a randomization factor. There's like 3 different trunks and 3 different tops of trees that get randomized for each planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, when I play like games like Pokemon or whatever like that, even just like little details on the ground, like grass that you can just walk through, or mud or something
grass
like that.
Grass would be good, that you there is no obstacle, it's just a static
just
item
some additional
that you can
textures,
walk through. Yeah.
Right.
As a small sound effect.
Yeah. I think that's I was trying to like vocalize like what my complaint is. I think maybe it's just the ground like feels very flat, and obviously it's 2D
you
plane,
could,
but if you add in some grass to walk through, or
and thinking about the spawning
or something like that, it's gonna
you could do it so that the grass is seeded, that it spawns a random amount around them, so there are patches rather than just spotted grass tiles. I think that would go away.
I can see, there's multiple like grass tile variants, but each one could have like an extra sprite object that could be drawn as an object you can like draw in front of the player, so it looks like they're like knee deep in something.
Yes, that would get past a lot of this 2D elements. Like the foreground is the 2D artist's secret weapon, and it's in a top-down like isometric experience, it's hard to use the foreground. But like you said, using things that are foot height is a good way of doing it. And also the same with being able to move. So at the moment, the collision is this entire object, but we could have it so that the collision, I feel like perspective-wise, my character would be able to walk right currently, and
collision's grid-based, so the
like
entire
here.
square the plant is in.
But these are just tiny things. But I think grass is a good suggestion.
All right. Well, why don't we wrap things up there then?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the QA stream for Starstruck Vagabond. We'll probably do another in like a few weeks, maybe. In the meantime, thanks for all the donations and chats. Remember to wishlist the game on Steam, and remember to, if you like what we do and like to support me making indie games in my spare time, going to the Second Wind Patreon would be a good place to go.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we start salaries in under 2 weeks, so if you want to help us become sustainable, make sure we all get paid and can afford benefits and all that kind of stuff, Patreon is the way to go.
If you like our shows and you like the games that Yahtzee's making and stuff like that, and the stuff that we could make in the future potentially, come support us. We need your support, and we massively appreciate everyone that's here already. Thank you so much.
And getting back to the day job, don't forget to watch this week's Fully Ramblematic, which was on Beyond Good and Evil, one of JM8's favourite games.
My favourite game of all time.
Probably wounded his little heart.
Yes, it did. But hey, these criticisms are completely valid. Even your favourite things can have flaws.
And also, there'll be a new Adventurers Night on Saturday, and a new Yahtzee Tries on Sunday.
Yes.
Anything else we can plug for the rest of today and the rest of the week?
Design Delve came out today.
That, and I guess as far as price goes, this would be a good time to get feedback on that. But if there's just to give people an idea of like how long do you think the game is, and you already said like there's a shit ton of writing in the game. There's a lot of characters. You can't even get all the side stories on a first playthrough.
No, it's a pretty huge game at this point.
Yeah. So we're aiming for a $25 price point for this one.
Makes sense.
Yeah, 25 would be the recommended retail price.
Cool.
But it'll set you by like how long would it take to get through the story campaign? Like, I'm not even sure at this point. Like 1,000,000 hours.
Fucking hell. Might want to go up to $26 then, honestly.
Yeah, and we at $1 per hour, right? That's what people always say in the comments.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I think you could pretty comfortably get you $1 an hour. Looking at the pace Jay took to get through like the very first bit of the plot.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we plan on doing more playtest streams of this. You can go wishlist it on Steam right now. We just passed the 12,000 mark a couple weeks.
Nice.
As soon as we checked.
Of course, every single one of those are going to buy it, so that's
Yes.
going to be a nice cash injection right there.
Every single one.
And that right now, that money all goes towards yachts. We're figuring out, you know, we are going to put this under the Second Wind Publishing label, but Yahtzee and I are figuring out what long term that publishing label is going to be.
Because at the moment, I just want like a pipeline for putting out games what I make. Because I like making games, but we haven't ruled out the possibility of extending publishing stuff to outside developers, but that might not be for a while.
Yeah.
Yes. And somebody did ask about the Kickstarter for Second Wind. We are rethinking that. So we're pushing everybody to the Patreon right now. So head over there. Don't expect a Kickstarter anytime soon.
If you want to help, Patreon. And we also appreciate your super chats and your donations as well. They all also go to supporting all of us, but Patreon is the primary place if you want to support us, monthly for the foreseeable future. That's a good place to do it.
All right, well, that's the Patreon and the Steam wishlisting plugged about 5 times by my count. So perhaps let's just say fare thee well, everyone.
Fare thee well, everyone. See you next stream. Bye-bye.